What's going on, everybody? It is Matt and Mike. Mike from One Rental at a Time. How's it going, Mike?
Oh, it's going awesome. I love these conversations on Friday. It's really a capstone to my week.
It can be that.
It can be that. Whoa. You don't like it very much, or what's up?
No, I love the conversation. But sometimes the comments are just kind of like, well, yeah, I think they missed the point, but okay, sure, fine, that's whatever. We're good.
Yeah.
But we're here for the people, Mike, because that's what that's what we want to do.
Dude, I'm here for my daily laughs, man. My abs hurt sometimes after talking to you. You laugh so much.
Yeah. My wife's
my
like,
ab workout.
Yeah. My wife's like, you really expect me to think you're working in there? You're like laughing nonstop. And I was like, it's very, very serious, silly.
Very serious. It's intense.
Exactly.
Like a QBR.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know what a QBR is, consider yourself lucky.
Oh, they're horrible.
Yeah. It's basically a quarterly review of your deals that you do in front of executive management, where they basically torture you through every detail of the deal.
Every time.
And then basically think that you're worthless until you then double that number that you were going to do for the quarter. And then they don't apologize. They're just like, well, what's next quarter look like? And you're like, you'll find
Congrats.
out. QBR.
You're at zero tomorrow.
Exactly.
What?
Yeah. Funny how those deals always close in like the last couple of days. You get to enjoy it for like 2 days and then you're like, boom, zero. But anyway, we digress with our, old salesman talk. But guys, one of the topics that I think is just super critical to talk to you guys about is leveraging a mentor relationship and how to do it. Mike and I really spend a lot of time mentoring people. Some of it's paid, some of it's unpaid. But the big thing for us, and please don't send us a note saying you'd like some of the unpaid stuff, because we don't have, that's for family. And even some of my family I'd make pay. But but really it's talking about the mentorship and understanding that relationship, because one of the biggest mistakes that we see, and certainly that I see, is when you get a hold of that guy, like myself, like Mike, own a ton of units, been doing it for 20 years. People love to try to impress us with how much they know about the market. Yeah. And they'll talk to us for 20 minutes. And quite frankly, we knew all that stuff. We're in the market. We've been in it for 20 years. We can probably give you a history lesson. In fact, that's kind of what you're there for. But we really want you to just ask a lot of questions, because we want you to walk away from that conversation being given something else that you may need to think about, or things that you may need to go invest more in to learn about. So Mike, kind of talk to me about that optimal, mentorship relationship that either you had with somebody upstream or downstream as well.
Yeah, I think it really comes back to the fact that you have to realize that the mentor, they have the same limitation you do, as time. And they already have a fair amount of commitments, right? They have a bigger business. They obviously still have family. They have perhaps a day job, right? So their time is as limited as yours or more. So the biggest thing that I see in that kind of mentor-mentee relationship, is you need to listen more than talk. And it's not about your resume, meaning the mentee, but it's about the questions you ask. Mm-hmm. And then the last thing I want to just tell people about, for example, if you were to buy my course at 200, which will soon be 300, and you think that gives you the rights to kind of cut in line, kind of jump to the head without actually going through the course and ask me questions that are covered in it, that's not going to be a pleasant experience for you. I've had difficult conversations my entire life. I'm not afraid to have them. And I call that stuff out. And, you may not enjoy that conversation. So just respect the process, especially expect what is given, right? Mm-hmm. I produce hours of content every day. I'm pretty open. People know how to get a hold of me. People can DM me on 3 different platforms now. Mm-hmm. And just because you found me and you like the book or whatever, listen to some of the videos, watch the daily financial news, know more about me. So when we talk, you're not asking me questions that I cover 3 times a week or 6 times a month.
Right.
I don't enjoy those. I'm like, well, did you watch this? Did you watch that? No, I read your book and I wanted to talk to you. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. All the resources that we spend time creating, it's because
time and money. We spend money doing this. This is not free.
Agreed. Yeah, agreed. And the other thing too is that in all the investment that we make in those things, we do it because we would like to get to everybody, but we know that we can't. And so the only thing that we can do in order to get to everybody is basically just like what Mike and I are talking about, which is putting the coursework together, putting the examples together, creating the content based on all of the homework that we do literally on a daily basis, putting all of that out there. And it's not to say, oh, hey, we're just so special, so we're just in this ivory tower. No, we want to make sure that the time that you're spending doing this is spent the most effectively. If you get some of our time in the course, if you get some of our time with a question, man, make it count, make it count, make it be something that if it's fine if you didn't understand a concept, that's fine. But let it be a concept that you got from watching the channels, reading the book, doing your own research. We're happy to answer those. We're not above that. What we really want to make sure is that people are using the time that they may get with us the very best that they possibly can. And that means having done your research. And you, Mike, you and I, we see it all the time. We can totally tell when people have put in the time, watched the channel, read the book, taken the course. You can totally tell because they're speaking your language, they're using your words. And those are the best kind of questions, because that's the area that Mike and I feel like we can really make change happen for you, right?
Yeah,
Mike?
if you invest the time with me and my content and consume the free or the course, you're asking me a question, you're absolutely right. I use a unique vocabulary on purpose.
Yeah.
So that when I get those questions, it actually helps me. And that's why I still do it, because, I'm like, I maybe wasn't as clear there as I could have been. I could give another example. Or sometimes, damn, I need to talk about that because I haven't.
Yeah.
But it really does start with realizing there is so much out there, right? 3,500 videos now. I don't know what that equates to hours, but it's got to be thousands of hours.
I think it's like 1.4 billion hours.
Yeah, something crazy. Yeah. I talk to, multimillionaires Monday through Friday, a daily show at 7. There's so much out there. Just consume a fraction of it. And then I will gladly get on the phone or respond to your DMs. But yeah, the number of times I get the question, what should I do first? I'm like, It's like step 1 of the course. I'm no joke. You got to do this first.
Yep.
Yeah. What should I do first? Yeah. That one annoys me.
Yeah. And I get it. Like that's the toughest thing, right? Is the first thing is like, oh, I watched your video and I really liked it. Awesome. That's why we produced them. I have 10 questions. Okay, great. And then 2 questions in, you're like, you only watched 1 video?
Even you read the title?
Yeah. You're like, and again, we want to have those conversations and help people, but we also spend a ton of time creating content, putting that stuff together, putting together coursework, doing the research that we do so you guys don't have to, because we can read through those reports. We know exactly what they mean because it instantly translates in our brain to this is what's important about that 10-minute article, 15-minute article, whatever. And so again, we just want to be the most effective that we can be for people out there. And the only way to do that is if people do their part and do the work. You got to do the work.
Got to do the work. Yeah.
Gotta do the work. And so when you do get a Mike or a Matt or whomever it is that might be local to your environment, it's not the worst idea based on what you're going through and what your experience is to have 5 questions, just 5, maybe even 3, but have
like
3 to even 3 questions, really understanding. Mike just doesn't want to answer 5 questions, but 3, but having,
dude, I'm a lot older, man. I got less time.
This is age adjusted.
It's age adjusted. Matt will do 5. I'm doing 3, man. I got less time.
I'm not that much younger. So yeah, but I think that the key really here, guys, is that, like I said, do the 3 questions, 5 questions, whatever, but do the 3 to 5, do a number of questions that are really something that you're working with currently. Those questions evolve. They're going to be different before property 1. And then what you experience in property 1, you're going to have different questions for property 2. Here's what I can promise you. I probably 1 minute out of 1,000 minutes that somebody's talking to me in the mentor relationship, do they say something that I didn't know? And while I love hearing that and learning that, I'm much more concerned about helping you and helping you in your journey than I am about getting help myself. I'll figure it out and I can take the hit if it's something I need to learn, whatever. If you have a salient point, yeah, of course I want to hear it. And again, please understand, this is not Mike and myself being arrogant and saying, we're beyond reproach. Not that at all. We really, for us to hit our goals individually, it's about giving back. It's about helping as many people as we can. The only way that we can do that is if people do their part. And then we can answer the 2 or 3 questions that they have from that then might spawn a conversation to have us realize, hey, you know what? This would be worthy of spending some time, investing some time, and making some content around it to help some folks, because maybe that's a gap that we have. Completely fair. Right?
Well said. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, Mike's in agreement, so how could I be wrong? So
yeah, of course.
Right?
I'm done. I got nothing else to add.
I was going to say, Mike, anything else to add? Clearly not. He's
clearly not. Nope.
Check,
that was well said. I'm done.
Check that box. So guys, thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe and shoot on over to One Rental at a Time. After all, Mike has billions of hours of content that you need to watch, and it's almost always good. I'm kidding. It's always
almost. There's that 10%. Damn it.
It is that Tuesday at 11. It's kind of a rough spot. But yeah, guys, feel free, make sure go over, check out Mike's stuff. There's a ton of stuff there. I mean, literally, I think I created as many videos in the last month as Mike did last Saturday. But it's still good quality content. So please subscribe. We want to continue to deliver this stuff to you. And again, free. We don't want to make, any of this Patreon stuff for what we're doing. So please subscribe. Thanks so much, Mike. Appreciate the time. And guys, we'll look forward to next Fabulous Friday and some other stuff coming this week, because what is Washington doing? So anyway, thanks so much, Mike. Appreciate it. Have a great week.
You too, bud.
All right. Take care.